All right, we're back with another episode. Just the two of us yet again. Travis is a busy boy, always with work. How you
Gotta pay
doing?
for your plastic model somehow.
True. And I mean, they got a new way that we'll talk about it. Talk about it soon. So, what are you up to?
Actually, working on some more Dark Angels for my Space Marines.
Dark Angels. What
Working
happened
on
to the
some Blade
Banana
Guard.
Boys, man?
I got bored painting them, so now I'm working with some Dark Angels. Even though the Banana Boys got some huge buffs from Imperial Armor.
True. But you went with the less cool first founding. Come on, man.
Hey man, they're the best founding.
Did you get any games in?
Yeah, I got a bunch of games actually.
A bunch of games.
Yeah, we'll say Blade Guard. So I'm using the White Scars rules to represent my 30k Deathwing, and holy crap, Blade Guard are crazy when they do 3 damage.
Oh yeah. They are forced to be reckoned with, which is why I can't
Mm-hmm.
wait to get mine up and running.
Oh, there we go. Black Templars.
Black Templars,
Yep.
angry, always angry.
Always angry. How about you? Do you get some games in?
Yeah, yeah. I got a Crusade game in actually.
Ooh.
I filmed it all. I haven't been able to edit it because unfortunately another work project has come up. So
Oh, for sure.
hopefully I can get it in this week. But we'll see what happens. Yeah, my gaming group did a Crusade, like one game, 1,000 points
Okay.
is
What
where we're
faction are you doing?
starting. I'm sorry.
What faction are you doing?
Oh, I went with Necrons.
Okay.
Uh, one of my friends went Sisters of Battle. Another one went Slanesh Demons. That was Greg.
Oh,
That,
okay.
that was interesting. And then we had Ultramarines in the fight as well.
Oh,
So we paired off. I fought against the Ultramarines, classic Indominus right there,
there we go. Classic
and the
Indominus.
sisters went against Slanesh Demons.
How'd that go?
Yeah, well, it's best not to talk about that game. That game that game was a yikes for the sisters. But in terms of the Necron Space Marine game, it was an interesting matchup. We got the mission behind enemy lines, which
Mm-hmm.
was trying to get to the opponent's deployment zone, and you have to take an action to exit out of the battlefield.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so you get the how many points you get is the power times two. So
Oh,
uh,
penalty.
if it was like a power 10 warrior unit, you'd get 20 points for it
I see.
for
Interesting.
extracting off. Yeah. So, uh, suffice to say, none of us got that because we were all just basically foot troops. So I opted for just getting 2 units in his deployment zone.
Okay.
Now that was another way to score points. It was a pretty big bloodfest. Once again, the Nightbringer. Uh, I don't know. Disappointment sometimes, you know.
He's whiff.
No, it's just the way that he dies.
Oh, really? How did
It's
he die this time?
all right. I mean, we all know this was a bad idea to begin with, but I charged some aggressors.
Oh.
I mean, it was just a 3-man squad. I had 2 wounds left, and then it just so happened he got lucky with the Overwatch.
Surprised you didn't instantly. Oh, I see. Overwatch. That makes sense. Flame aggressors?
No, no, no. Grenade and bolts,
Oh,
bolt
okay.
storm, whatever the bolt gauntlet, whatever the gauntlet is.
Yeah, I got you. That's that's kind of funny actually.
So yeah, he didn't make it in, but he took out I think it was a captain and some other kind of I don't remember which one it was. So he kind of almost probably paid for like half his points.
Okay, okay, to start.
And then I immediately regretted taking the dynasty that doubles my obsect
Wait, why?
because this mission had nothing to do with obsects.
Oh, rip.
And I was like, wow, I've got a useless dynasty here because it literally does. There's no objectives.
That is unfortunate.
Probably should have read the Crusade book and looked at the missions more closely. But yeah, that was fun. Uh, I managed to squeak out the victory with 5 victory points or 10 victory points to his 5 victory points. That's how many victory points were in that game. A grand total of 15. But that's only because the exiting off the board was the big point maker.
Right.
Um, if I recall, the Slanesh versus Demons, I think Slanesh got like 120 points or something like that. It
Oh my
was
gosh.
it was kind of ridiculous. I mean, I'm sure they didn't get 120 points because you can't go over 100. Maybe you could. I haven't really
Maybe Crusade.
I haven't really read over in the Crusade rules, but yeah, it was a complete slaughter on that side of the board table. But all in all, it was fun. It's interesting to see how to work your army without the warlord trades and all those other stuff. Gives flavor to the game, I should say.
Hmm.
But we're gonna see if we're gonna continue this week. I'm just waiting on a few responses from the
Okay.
people in the campaign.
It'd be good
And
to hear how the Crusade progresses as you keep playing and things start leveling up and whatnot.
yeah, yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I still gotta spend my 1 relic point on something. I'm leaning towards a warlord trait here, but we'll see what happens.
All right.
But other than that, that was the only game I got in this whole week. It was fun. So I also got in my a Warcry catacomb set.
Oh,
I had to look
nice.
over there and remember what the name was. Yeah, I finally got that in. I must say, the elves super spindly. Like holy shit. The
Detailed.
the main Shadow Queen, I believe is what she's called.
Mm-hmm.
I think I broke like 4 pieces off her
Oh no.
just from trying to clip her off the sprue. It was
Oh no.
like holy shit, man. It's so all everything is so thin on her. I was like, fuck this. We're gonna go and build the chaos guys because they're a lot sturdier. Not like the elves are all flimsy. So I got them all built. I'm a little worried about the elves just because the elf box it's a lot more they have more multi kit on the elf side than they do on the chaos side.
I mean, I think the elves being very dynamic in their posing
Uh,
makes it. I can see why they would be more spindly and whatnot.
yeah, that too. But yeah, they got every, everyone has an option to equip whatever they want. Which is like so many choices. What do I pick? What's even good? It was also another reason why I stopped building the elves because I'm like, I don't. Do I want them to have the crossbows or do I want them to throw fireballs? I'm like,
Oh, choices, choices.
too many choices, gang. Just give me what you think should be in the box, and I'll build it. Don't give me all these choices. It requires research. So other than that, I also bought the Cipher Lords just for because, whatever. Well, I like the models.
Those guys are pretty cool. Fan weapons, spears, very jumpy. glass cannons and Warcry, I believe.
Yeah, so got 3 armies for a lot of people to play with.
There you go.
But other than that, got nothing else to add. We can just jump into the first news story.
Yeah, let's dive into it.
All right. Well, as we stated earlier, Warhammer's got 3 more reasons to go into the store. And oh me oh my, this is sounding like a drug dealer trying to get you in on the crack.
First taste is free, as they say.
So what they're doing is every new month, I believe this one started on the 7th of November, you're gonna get a free model, which is looking like an witch elf, probably due to the fact that that 2-player box just became on pre-sale this last Saturday, right?
Yes.
So I assume you're gonna be getting this witch elf.
Yes, I actually stopped by to get some other stuff, and they just gave that out for free. So I have a witch elf now.
There you go. It's. I mean, this isn't like anything special, is it? It's just a witch elf, right?
No, it's just a witch elf from the basic witch elf kit.
So for you new guys out there, you can slowly build up your army by going to different stores and getting with this one free model.
There you go.
You can save yourself the $50 if you can somehow manage to go to 10 different stores. And they're also giving out these collectible coins. Looks like we're starting with Morathi.
Those are pretty cool, I will say.
Are they also free, or you gotta buy these?
Oh, you gotta spend $100 and other things, and then you get it for free.
Spend $100 to get a coin.
Yeah.
In
addition to the plastic you buy.
Oh, that's good. At least you don't have to pay for it separately.
Right.
I will admit, I kind of like the coin, but I don't need another thing to collect. I've got a bunch of other gray models that need to be painted. Though it is cool. I do like it. And then the pick and mix paint set. Get a pot free.
So interestingly, it's the most expensive one you get free.
Really? So I just get to just pick all my cheapo paint and then buy a wash.
Yep, you get the wash free.
Go guys. How many do you have to buy here? You gotta choose 10 pots. 10 pots, so that's still about
40. No,
that's $40 right there, but minus the most expensive pot, you're spending about $36.
No, you gotta get 10. Oh, yeah, sorry, no, you're right. You get 10, so you have to pay for 9, and you get the 10th one free.
So you're still spending about $36, not including tax.
That's right.
I think this is a pretty good deal. Though I don't think I've ever bought 10 pots before, so if you're looking to restock your paints though, here you go. Here's a way to get one free pot for about $36.
Hey, it's a free pot,
Yeah. Free, hey. Deal's a good deal,
Mm-hmm.
I wish it wasn't that much, but if I needed to restock all my paints, I would take this deal. So, other than that, GW being a certified crack dealer in plastic crack, it's definitely a good way to get them into your store. I know, even with this pandemic.
I mean, it's free stuff, right? Who doesn't like free stuff?
Right. But I mean, even with the pandemic, a lot of other hobby stores pretty much fulfill the need for Warhammer sometimes. So
yeah,
it's a good way for them to finally start getting people in their store. If only they had gaming tables, like in the good old days.
Oh man,
like good old Northridge.
Soon, when the pandemic rolls over.
We'll see. We'll see about that one. I don't think that'll happen anytime after the virus is lifted. All right. Well, we got some Broken Realm new rules set since the release of the new Morathi book. Do you happen to take a look at this?
Yeah, I looked at the Goonhammer review where it
Oh,
goes
okay.
through. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. It changes a lot about Daughters of Cain. A lot of lore implications are in here. If you want to talk about the spoilers and whatnot,
Yeah, man.
but
Bring it all up. Let's do it.
so long story short, the first act, the first and second act are just Morathi kind of manipulating everyone into her goal of becoming a new god. So big points is that she succeeds. So Morathi is now a god at the end of this. She takes the place of Cain, since Cain is missing, kind of. So
Why they
she is
gotta
now.
do this to my boy Kane?
Hey, but Morathi's a god now. Interestingly, Anarian appears for a second, which is kind of crazy. Anarian being the legendary witch elf from like the hit like old Warhammer Fantasy, like pre Warhammer Fantasy.
I don't even remember her.
But essentially, she becomes a god, and then Slanesh is finally free. So we could expect to see some mortal Slanesh models coming in the future soon.
All right.
That's the big takeaway. There's Morathi becoming a god and Slanesh being free in Age of Sigmar, and Slanesh has been trapped for since the beginning of the game. So this is pretty big news here, and in terms of lore implications and new armies coming out, because I would expect to see more Slanesh releases, considering this is a pretty big event.
So, Fulgrim Primarch win.
Well, not on 40k.
Oh,
Age of Sigmar.
well, it's an interdimensional universe, right? They
No,
could definitely
and
put him in there.
oh, they're trying. The Games Workshop is trying to separate that. They do not. They do not happen in the same multiverse.
Yeah, yeah, whatever. So
Hey,
that's
demons. It's weird. Demons in Age of Sigmar like have villages and stuff. you know,
yeah, yeah.
in 40k they're just kind of demons.
So what you're saying is Morathi fucked everything up again, right?
Yes, but this time she succeeds. So good for her.
She got her goal, but she released another great demon upon the world.
I mean, what's new in that sense?
That's the elf way. I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
they all they do is just birth demons into the new world.
That's true, actually.
That's why I like my Eldar. It's just a bunch of mess ups.
Oh, you
Just
bet.
need to get on the right track. So, did you look at any of these new rules that they released, or?
Yeah. Oh, one more lore implication with the rules. So one of the, I believe, Anvil Guard, which is one of the Cities of Sigmar, gets destroyed. Well, everyone who's not an elf gets killed, and so there's a new faction of Cities of Sigmar elves. So it adds a new sub faction to Cities of Sigmar, which is essentially Morathi's city, and you could have dark dark elf militia and Darzakane in the same army. So that's a big rules change there.
Oh, thank God!
And
Does that mean I can finally have my oh God, what are they called? Executioners
yes,
in the
and,
Daughters of Cain army?
yes. Well, other way around, you could have Darzakane and Executioner's army.
Ah,
I think.
well,
I think you need more of the other dudes, but I think they can ally. So
yeah, you can ally, but
that kind of thing.
it'd be nice to have them together.
Right, right. Another big rule change is Morathi gets completely new rules. Now she starts on the table, and they kind of share wounds or something. Essentially, she goes up by 200 points, but she gets a crap ton of buffs on
The
how she
one
works.
soul, two bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really understand this rule. If you could explain it to me, it's
So
like
essentially, when you hit small Morathi, big Morathi takes the damage, but she still has the maximum 3 wounds per turn thing.
right.
And then but the difference is now you get big Morathi at the same time as small Morathi, which means you get the magic of small Morathi and the combat prowess of big Morathi at the same time.
So wait, okay. See, this is with those. So am I getting? Are both models on the field?
Correct. That's the big thing, is both models are on the field at the same time.
But they share the same wounds?
Correct.
So stupid. Okay. All right. So they're both at trying to remember. 9 wounds?
No, I think they have 12.
12 wounds, okay.
Or 16 or something.
So little Morathi gets 12 wounds. Just like big Morathi.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I like this. I like this change.
Yeah, no, it's a huge buff for her.
But yeah, you're saying 200 more points.
Yeah, she does go up.
Oh, that kind of sucks.
But hey, that means you've filled us models.
True. Some models are gonna have to get cut off my all elf army.
Yeah, your TK list. It's alright. It's alright.
It's fine. You sacrifice some fish elves. No big deal.
Yes. Speaking of fish elves, the sharks, the turtle get new rules.
See that?
I believe the turtle gets more wounds and a better save, and the sharks get more attacks. Now, I'm not sure if it's gonna change. Excuse me, the competitive composition of Deepkin, which is just eel spam. But I think for shark lovers, it makes them more palatable and playable, which is good.
Now, do you think they should have gotten another unit out of this, or do you?
Oh, absolutely. I would love like some heavy infantry for Deepkin.
I was hoping the sharks would be good.
I would say they're good. They're not like eel levels of good, but they're pretty good now. They're way better than they were before.
I don't think anything could be eel level.
Oh no, not on this rate. The Eidolons also get buffed. They get a feel no pain and they go down by 50 points apiece. Yeah.
50 points, so they're like what now? 300?
Like 350, I think.
350?
Not bad.
Not bad at all, but I was hoping. I guess since this is just a gathering a storm, psychic awakening event kind of thing, I guess it would be a bit too much to hope for new models.
Yeah, I mean even well actually I guess Daughters of Cain got their got that HQ from the set.
Yeah, that's just an HQ. That's
No, I agree. New units would be nice, especially for Deepkin. But hey, new rules or something.
that's how I always felt about when I started getting into Age of Sigmar. That's what I always felt. I always felt the armies were always incomplete. Like I always feel like there should be more stuff into the army, but there's not.
Oh, I absolutely agree. I think a lot of armies need just more units. I think after we see Dark Elves, it will be good to revisit older armies and adding new stuff to them. That's not just characters, because I believe a lot of armies do just get more characters. I would love more units as opposed to just new HQs.
But that's the thing, right? They're just trying to make sure they don't have the no one buys this unit just sitting on the shelf forever kind of thing.
Right. Which you could just fix by making it really good. Honestly.
True, you could. But it's how I always felt. Especially with my Daughters of Cain. I always felt like they needed a bit more stuff.
Yeah.
That's why
I think
the Dark Elf supplement was always good with them.
Yeah, I think with the Anvil, with the new Har-Kuron State of Sigmar rules, we could see more new units coming into their armies. So, yeah.
Well then, any hopes on the next book in this chapter?
I mean, I play Bone Reapers, and they just got stuff, so not really hoping for new stuff there. Other armies definitely need to send help. I think Iron Jaws will love some new units.
But you don't like the Age of Nagash?
I mean, it's already pretty good. We need an Age of Gorkamorka, you know.
Saying Destructive needs help.
Actually, I mean, this Gargants just came out, to be fair, so they just did get stuff.
Yeah, those prices were ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I mean, you get what you pay for, but yeah.
That's like what was that? $140?
No, it was like 170 or something.
Yeah, man, that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I was buying a Titan.
I mean, they are knight sized. They're knights. They're cast cylinders for Age of Sigmar, to be honest.
It's ridiculous. So you're thinking chaos or sorry, destruction would get a book into this next
I,
series?
I would love for Destruction to get a book. I think the next book. Well, sorry, let me say that again. I would love for Destruction to get a book, but I think the next book's going to be Slanesh focused.
You think so? I thought they would be
Yeah.
part of this elf book.
No, I think they'll be their own book with just more Slanesh stuff, I would say.
Hmm. Well, okay then. Well, shall we move on to the legends live on section?
Oh gosh, yeah, let's do that.
So
Pretty sad.
we got Forge World saying that the legends will live on. So if you ever wanted to make sure what armies were actually not part of your book anymore, here you go. Here's the nice table of contents. Rip the Dream for Corsair book ever coming out, because there they are, right there in the Legends book.
Uh-huh.
All my other Eldar stuff.
Wasp Walkers. There we go. Chaplain Dreadnought.
Chaplain Dreadnought. Goodbye that. Never coming back.
Never coming back.
But I mean, you can always play it. You can always
Right,
play it in a non-competitive game.
Yeah, because it does have points, so it's still technically match play legal, just not maybe not event legal. You know.
Right. You know, you want to play with friends? Go for it.
Yeah.
You want to go to a tournament? No, it's not going to happen. It's very, very sad.
Knowing Forge World these days, they probably suck. To be honest.
Well, I mean, they did buff the Banana Boys. We did go over that.
That's true.
So they might have learned a little bit from their ways.
I hope so.
I doubt it. Yeah. Also in this post, we got some new FAQs for the Space Marines Necrons and Index Black Templars.
ATV is still revivable. Like, okay.
Yep, they didn't fix that at all. So, you know, get your what is this thing called? Chief Apothecary. Get that guy going. Get a free ATV every turn.
Yep.
Or bike.
Right.
You know, because it was all meant part of the game plan.
Part of the plan, guys. Part of the plan.
They said they, I don't know, what is this? Change point values. I don't really see anything different with those points value. Then again, the only thing I really cared about was the Chief Apothecary. So.
Right. Oh, I think because there were when you upgrade your HQs to the super HQ versions, the points appeared twice in the codex. So it's just clarifying which set of points to properly use.
Ah, got it. Okay then. So there's not much on to talk about here, unfortunately, because we kind of talked about it a lot already.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like one important caveat. Death Guard and Thousand Suns players, you do not get the 30k stuff. Sucks for you guys.
What do you mean I don't get my 30k stuff?
This document specifically says stuff like Contemptors, Sicarans, and all that are legends if you take them for Death Guard and Thousand Suns.
So all my Contemptor Dreads are completely worthless?
In a tournament. And I should play Chaos Marines.
I'm gonna like go cry in a corner. So glad I haven't painted them yet, but that is so sad to hear.
Yeah. Now you could always ally them as Chaos Marines, but you're paying like okay. Do you really want to pay 1 CP per Contemptor Dreadnought though?
But mine look so cool.
They do look so cool.
But now, what a waste! What a waste of like $20. Feels so bad. Thanks, ChinaCast, though. It was good. So, let's get out of this depressing news, because that just made me sad. And we go on to Sunday's preview, all the stuff you're going to be able to pre-order this week.
All right, Blood Bowl.
Which is Blood Bowl, my favorite game, actually. You know,
really?
I really enjoy this game. So I'm going to skip right over it, because I just couldn't contain my excitement.
Okay, to be fair, if you're a Blood Bowl fan, this is pretty good news. I mean, the models are dope. I actually like these Empire guys,
Oh yeah,
and the orcs are pretty beautiful as well.
I think I'm more of the orc player than I am the Empire player there. But we got this. We got this little tree thing here.
Oh, the squirrel guy. That's pretty funny.
Don't know exactly what this is. It's not the spook image, right?
I don't think. No. I think that's just
It's a
Blood
bit
Bowl.
too small.
We've seen that before.
We have okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember it being some kind of tree. Forge World. Looks like we got the what the hell is this thing called? The Zogoat?
The Zote for Blood Bowl. It's like
Zote for
okay,
Blood Bowl. All right.
sure, 4-year-old.
Gotta get your 40k fix in there somehow.
Uh,
Some Adeptus Titanicus stuff. Yeah. Got some
those are cool. New knights.
some new knights finally. It's been how long since they've updated models?
Uh, uh, been a while. I think those are resin as well, which kind of sucks, but whatever.
Oh, that's even worse. How could they do that? When are they gonna move away from this resin stuff?
Never. It's not for it.
It is cheaper.
It is cheaper if you don't want to mass produce it.
That is accurate. And then we got a bunch of books coming in from the Black Library.
Yeah, Black Library has been releasing a lot of books these days. Like a lot of books.
Well, I mean, what are the writers gonna do? They're all locked up in their houses.
That's true.
All they can do is just write books.
Good point.
But all in all, I think that's it. So if you're a good old Blood Bowl fan, best of luck to you. You're finally getting season 2, I believe.
Yep, second edition.
Second edition, season 2, whatever. It's finally going out to you. But that's it for that. And I think, yeah, that is all the news right there.
You're not too busy this week.
It is not too busy. Not too much of interest, I would say. But there are a lot of games I am ready to play. And this week, I mean, I say it probably every week so far. And by every week, I mean the last 2 weeks. I think I'm ready to do the battle report thing. Get that going.
I mean, you have your first footage, right?
I have my footage. It's just real life work got in the way.
Right. Totally fair.
I know we started in talks with our two gaming groups.
We have, yeah. You get some more games going on.
Yeah, so
Always down for that.
my gaming group, the Horse Butchers, will finally be going up with John's gaming group.
Yes. What's your gaming group called?
We call ourselves the Horse Butchers.
The Horse Butchers. Okay.
Okay, all right. Here, let me just tell this story. All right.
Story time.
So we're playing a game called Shadows of Brimstone. I brought it up on that podcast before.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty simple dungeon crawl, but I said, you know what? I want to run this game like Dungeons and Dragons. So that's what I did. You know, I ran a pretty successful campaign until the players got themselves killed for no reason, as
Typical.
they do. And then, then we started up a new campaign, and one player was just having a hard time getting on a horse for some reason, because they were trying to escape pretty much, and the horse kept like kicking him because it was frightened and whatever. And it was just, he's like, I know what, I've had enough of this horse. And he takes out like an axe and tries to kill the horse, and then in my pure brilliance, you know, I gave him a vision from a horse god, a horse butcher god, and I basically made him a corn acolyte.
Okay.
Out of that, and he just kept getting visions from a horse butcher god. And that's what we just decided to call ourselves. And when we went to the LVO, we that was the team name that we went under, and kind of just been that.
Okay, that's pretty funny. The horse butchers.
Yeah, it was funny. You know, we got a couple laughs from a couple of team games that we did in our first LVO with that name. It's just an interesting story and game to do, which I'm
I
looking forward to doing again.
Yeah, well, I guess you'll be facing off against my gaming group, the Mournival, actual Warhammer name,
Oh, okay.
which was just randomly selected. They were making a gaming group. So, for your listeners who don't know, the Mournival is the ruling council of the Sons of Horus during 30K. So, Abaddon, Loken, and friends were part of that. They essentially advised the War Master on what to do. Too bad there's no War Master. We're just the Mournival.
The Marvel without a war master.
Correct.
Isn't that just democracy?
Yeah, there you go. We're a democratic Mournival.
Well, okay then. Yeah, I look forward. I know my game group look forward. We just gotta organize on times and stuff to get some
Absolutely.
games
Yep.
in. And, but I think we'll call it here. It was a pretty short podcast today.
Yeah, not a lot of news, but hey, we'll make it work.
Yeah, just, nice short 30-minute podcast.
Yeah.
So we'll sign off here and we'll catch everyone next time. Again, you'll find John's I'm blanking on the name here. Instagram. There you go. Instagram in the description. You can find me on Twitch as well. All in the description. So we'll catch you guys next time.
Later, everyone.
See ya.